So, what I chose to talk about today, I chose to talk about the art of manifestation. One of the things that I've learned is that a lot of people, they know what they don't want, but few people know what they want. If you ask someone what they want, they'll say, I don't want to be poor, I don't want to be broke. No, 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 but what do you want? Be grateful for what you have. Why? Because gratitude is the foundation of abundance. Ensuring that we interrogate our beliefs if they're not working for us, and then embrace the ones that are actually working for us. Someone will be like, I have this belief whereby I don't trust myself. I'm like, okay, you thinking like that, is it working for you? No, it's not. Drop it. I should tell you something to say that we have these things. They are limiting us. They are telling us that like we come from these demographics. But I'm like, okay, cool. It's fine. I can feel sorry for myself. I can say, God, why me? Why me? Why me? But the question is it useful? It's not useful. Drop it. Greetings, ladies and gents. Welcome back to High Performance for another episode. I'm excited about this one, as I'm always excited about the topics and the things that we always talk about. So, in High Performance, remember, we told you guys High Performance is the theater of excellence. This is the place whereby we learn and teach each other about all the intricacies and the nuances that helps us to become the greatest performers possible, irrespective of the industries that we chose to be part of. So, what I chose to talk about today, I chose to talk about the art of manifestation. The art of manifestation, and I know that we've made an episode before about developing a compelling vision, and I think the art of manifestation is actually a build up to that. It fits directly into that. So it's a topic on its own, yes, but it's actually like a continuation of some sort to the topic that we once had about building a compelling vision. So what is manifestation? So manifestation is nothing else but the act of actually taking something that is abstract and making it tangible, making it real, so to say. So you have an abstract thing. This thing exists only in your head, or it exists somewhere, like emotions, whatever it is that we can't see with our naked eye. But you are the person who has a clear view of what it is, and then what you want to do now. You want to bring it about, and then us seeing it alive. It be you wanting to build your own car, for instance. That car is still in your head, but how you manifest it now is that you actually start to build it, and we see it, and then it means what did you do? You manifested it. So our futures are exactly like that. There are businesses we want to build. Some of us, they wanna like we want to go up the echelons of our like of the corporate ladder. We want to be CIOs, COOs, or CEOs, whatever the case might be. Some of us we want to raise great families. Some of us want to have great health. Some of us want to generate great wealth, whatever it is that we want to do. So, but we need to manifest it. By manifesting it, it means now we are making it tangible, we are making it real. So, if I were to come up with my own definition of what manifestation is, I'd say that it is the art or the process of giving your dreams and your plans life. There are dreams, they are not yet alive because we can't see them. There are still plans, they are still in your head, or they're still on a paper, but you want to give them life, meaning that you want to see them. There's a poem that you have, there's a song that is in your head. You want to sing it, you want to rap it, whatever your art is. But now you want to give that song life. What do you do now? You write the song, you make the song, you go to studio and you record the song, and the song now has life. Now the whole world knows about that song because of you. What did you do? You manifested it. So that in other words, then each and every single thing that we do or that we want to do, it starts as an abstract thing that only exists in our heads or in our emotions or in our psyches, in our own, spaces or like intangible spaces. But now we go through the process of making those things alive. So we're going to give them life. So there are a couple of points that I want to talk on. As I always do, I like to talk on points. So I want to talk about the keys or the steps, so to say, of manifestation, and they're not necessarily in a particular order per se, but I wrote them in this order. Number one, it is that you need clarity of intent. I think on the previous episode I spoke about. I said that lack of clarity is an enemy of execution. You can't execute when you are not clear. So we need clarity of intent. What is your intention? What is it that you actually want to do? What is it that you actually want to do? One of the things that I've learned is that a lot of people, they know what they don't want, but few people know what they want. If you ask someone what they want, they'll say, I don't want to be poor, I don't want to be broke. No, 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 but what do you want? Yeah, I don't want to be a deadbeat father. No, no, but what do you want? You must actually say what you want. Because of you saying what you don't want, it's not an equivalent of saying what you want. That's what people don't understand. The difference between you saying what you don't want and what you want, the difference is actually one. The main difference. There might be other differences, but the main difference is one. Is the energy they carry. The energy that is carried by what you don't want is a negative one. Is the one that is driven by fear, the one that is driven by your insecurities, the one that is driven by you not actually wanting to lose something. So that's why it's difficult to make a necessary bigger step to starting something that is big when you are starting it from the place of what you don't want. But when you start it from what you want, it's different. It carries a different energy. It carries the energy of curiosity, the energy of adventure, the energy of I want to do this, the energy of what can this actually possibly be, the energy of you building something from zero to whatever it is that you want to build it to. That energy is just different. So we should know what we want, that clarity of intent. Don't make a list of the things that you don't want. Make the list of the things that you actually want. Like now, I want to have this sip of water. You'll wonder why you are busy recreating the very life that you don't want. It is simply because you are meditating on what you don't want, and then the energy that accompanies that, it is the one that keeps on manifesting that very thing that you don't want. So don't live your life like that. Just decide, this is what I want. I want to create this business, and this business is going to be doing this thing. This is the service I'm going to be providing. This is the product I'm going to be providing. This is the improvement that I'm going to be giving to humanity. This is the value that I'm going to be providing this specific space when I start this business or when I offer this specific service. That is creation. Creation does not start from a deficit. You can't create from a deficit. And then when you start from what you don't want, it's like starting from a deficit. You don't want that. You want to start from a positive end, which is going to lead me to one of the points that I'm going to make in this keys to manifestation. The second thing, I said clarity of intent. Once you are clear, this is what I want to create in my life, is that you must document your intent. Few people do that. We need to document our intent. Because of how you document your intent, what it does is that it crystallizes the whole intention that you have. It helps you come up with the steps that you know will be necessary to carry that thing through or to actually manifest that specific intent that you have. So you must document your intent. And how does documenting your intent look like? So you can do it in a couple of ways. One is that you must create that vision board so that it's clear enough. I remember when I started my first job, my dad was like to me, he said, yeah, man, people of your age, you just started working now, you must get a starter pack. They call it the starter pack, like the first car that you wanna buy. They said, just get something cheap, nyana. It can be picanto, nyana, whatever it is. I was like, Dad, my first car is an Audi TFSI A3. It has leather seats inside. It's cherry red. It doesn't have a sunroof. It has a panoramic sunroof. There's a difference, right? It has that. Like, that was me. That is what I wanted, right? That is exactly what I wanted. And then because it was that clear, I remember I had a vision board about it. Then I had a board, like it was on my PC, I remember. And I also like printed it out. It was on my wall and whatnot. My boss, my previous boss, because he knew that he was not paying me enough. So he knew I was not going to get it from his salary. So he's like, is this what you, is this the car that you want? I could see in his face, like it's like no, it's not gonna happen because he knows that he was not paying me enough. Okay, sorry, boss. Yeah, but I'm not trying to throw shades at you, but after that, but that was very clear, and I had that vision board. Then I wrote it down. I literally wrote it down. By this year, this is the car that I'm gonna have, and trust you me, that was my first car. And funny enough, how that car came about is that I think I made an application this year. I think if it was this year, and then the following year, when I forgot about it, this guy just calls me. He says, "Man, I remember you made this thing inquiry last year about having an Audi TFSI, blah 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 blah. We have one in house now, and then the color I have it in cherry red. It has leather interiors, and it has a panoramic sunroof. It has all these things. But on my inquiry, I didn't say that. But he came with the exact spec that I actually envisioned, and then I wrote it down. So please, guys, believe me, this works. It does work. You need to make sure that you have that vision board. You need to make sure that that vision is as clear as possible, because of the universe will be working over time to ensure that it rearranges everything around you to manifest that specific thing that you want. So document your intent. You write it down, you visualize it, you do the vision board, and then you make sure that you pray and you meditate on that specific thing. Pray and meditate on the specific thing. Don't pray like that guy who says, "Yeah, God, why do I not have my car?" No, 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 no. Don't do that. Just make sure that you meditate on what you want, not on what you don't want. The third point I want to make it is that be grateful for what you have. Why? Because gratitude is the foundation of abundance. Gratitude is the foundation of abundance. I said, don't start to build from a deficit, build from a positive. And then the positive is like it comes from you being grateful for the things that you have. I know it's very difficult for a lot of people to be grateful for what they have, because what they don't have is so much loud that they disregard what they already have. So we need to make sure that we have that sense of gratitude towards the things that we actually want. So I'm gonna pause a little bit for questions in the room, and then find out if any of my colleagues have a question for me.
I do, right?
Thanks, Kweku.
So I've got a. You talk about having a vision board, and I have a cousin quite a lot of years ago who said something to me that has stuck. It's kind of haunted me for a very long time. And she was making a mistake, in my opinion, a life mistake, and I was tasked with being the elder brother, sitting her down and talking to her. And one of my things to her was, you need to have vision for your life.
Sure.
Right? And she said to me, my main problem is because I'm trying to phrase it in a polite way, but she was essentially saying to me that our problems are not the same. Right? Her thing is, she needs to make sure that she's got something to eat. My problem is, I'm trying to grow. So how do you
reconcile that?
Yeah, how do you reconcile that? Number one, but number two, how do you say to someone, you need to have vision for your life when they're almost fighting for their life on a daily?
Oof. Guys, that's a good question. Like, guys, I don't know if you had that question. Like, you have a life to live. You must have this vision. You must have this vision and all of those nice things. But this person, they have to find out where the next meal is coming from. They need to find out, some of them, they don't have roof over their heads. They are living with relatives and whatever the case might be. So if I understand your question correctly, Kweku, I just want to make sure that I answer that right question. So the thing is that then how do you talk to someone who has to fight to live, and then versus having a vision? This reminds me of this beautiful story by, I don't know if you guys know a man by the name of Dr. Viktor Frankl. Dr. Viktor Frankl wrote a book called Man in Search for Meaning. Man in Search for Meaning. So Dr. Viktor Frankl, funny enough, he was one of the captives in the Holocaust. during the time when Hitler was, doing like awful things to the Jews. Um, in they call them like the Auschwitz camps. Yeah. So in the Auschwitz, like he was one of the guys who were in the Auschwitz camps, and then he was punished severely, like all the other Jews that were punished in those Auschwitz camps. They call them concentration camps, I think. So here's the thing. So Dr. Viktor Frankl said this. He survived the Holocaust. And when he survived the Holocaust, he came out of the Holocaust, I think, in 1941 or so, 41, 42. When he came out, the World War II was at the brink of actually being finished. I think World War II ended about what 43, 44, ne? 43, 44, 45, somewhere there. So when he came out, there's a man, and because of Dr. Viktor Frankl, he was a psychologist. There was a man by the name of Abraham Maslow. Abraham Maslow developed a thing called the Maslow hierarchy of needs. Right? So it starts at the bottom with your basic needs. That's your shelter, your food, and whatnot. And then it goes up, love and belonging. It goes up, and up. At the top is self-actualization. At the bottom is the basic needs that Kweku is talking about. Kweku is talking about those basic needs. And then what I'm talking about is more of self-actualization. If you think about it, it's there at the top. So what Dr. Viktor Frankl said, very, very interesting. After he found out this, because remember he was in the Auschwitz camp, so he didn't see the development of all of this. Then he had an argument with Abraham Maslow. There were conversations going back and forth between them. And then he says, Abraham, I like your hierarchy, but I think there's a problem with it. I think your hierarchy must be upside down. I think you must start with self-actualization and do the basic at the top. And people didn't get it. He said, I'm saying this to you because I survived the Holocaust. And people who survived the Holocaust are those who knew that there was some meaning that they needed to pursue in their life. He spoke about one of the guys that he was in that thing with, in the like in the concentration camps with. He said this guy had a coin that he needed to give to his son. So he needed to stay alive so that he can give that coin to his son. And he said those who were living to get bread, to get food, they actually didn't survive, they died. Because of what carried those that survived was the meaning that they needed to pursue. These are the people who knew that there are certain things that needs to be done and can't be done by other people but them. There was no one who was going to give his son that coin but him. That he needed to survive. So how would I answer someone like the person that Kweku is portraying? It is that we start by actualizing or knowing the meaning that we want to draw out of life. Because once we do that, it helps us to garner the strength to get the basic things that we think we need. Because the things that are basic that we need, the only sustainable way of fighting hard to be in a position whereby they no longer become a problem, it is only when we have actualized who we really are and what meaning we want to draw out of life and what contribution we want to make to this world that we are part of. Once we do that, what happens now it is that we amass ourselves and then we get ourselves into a position whereby we transcend these things that we face, and we become the people who can create or produce or have the resources that we think we actually need. So that's how I would answer them, Kweku, to say that you first actualize by ensuring that there's a meaning that you want to draw out of life, and then understanding that without you becoming the actual person who can get the very resources that you think you need on a daily basis, then that idea is not going to be a sustainable one. If you are only looking at just eating, growing, eating, shelter, eating, that's not going to work. Like Dr. Frankl was saying that those who survived the Holocaust, they're the ones who actually knew that there was something meaningful they needed to pursue in life. And as a result, they needed to stay alive.
How do you create the person that manifests the things that they want, considering that they manifest who they are? Rather, they attract the things they are.
How do you create that person?
Yeah.
So the process of creating that person, number one, is that the vision that I spoke about, because of the vision pushes you to having to be that person, number one. Because of a part of you will realize that we are synchronous to the things that we create. So let me put it this way. So they say that human beings can like we can't help it but to be synchronous. We are always synchronous, always. So even the life that we have now, even if it's the one that we don't want, the ones that we don't like, but we have to a certain extent synchronized ourselves to the frequencies that are creating the very experience that we have at this current moment. So you can't help it but to create in a synchronous way. So now you must ask yourself, what are you in sync with at this current point in time? What is it that each and every single day you are meditating on? You are actually, yeah, meditating on and reminiscing on like all the time of your life. So you need to ensure that you are synchronous to the frequency of the things that you actually want to attain. And like I said, the vision is the thing that helps you to actually do that. There's a reason why the good book says that without vision, people perish. And they actually do perish because of they are not looking upward to anything. And another scriptural thing that I love so much, they say that Christ endured the cross because of the prize that lied ahead. Think about that. Christ endured the cross because of the price that lied ahead. Had it not been for that price that lied ahead, had he not known what his Father, God, intended for him to go through that horrific experience of being chastised the way he was, being given vinegar and then being given like a thorny crown and all of that, having to endure the cross, having to be at the cross and all of that. Had he not known what price lied ahead, what is it that God wanted to achieve for the world through that experience that Christ had to endure? Had he not known that, I doubt that there was gonna be like enough or sufficient um, like entities for or qualities for helping him enjoy that specific experience. So it's very important that when you want to create that person, you need to know the price that lies ahead, because of it will help you to create that person. And trust me, the plans and the goals that you have will push you to being that person. You won't even have to think twice about it because of let me give you an example. Let's say you want to be the biggest hip hop artist in the world, even from South Africa. You need to. It means you must make your music. It means you must wake up every single day, write your music. It means you must check what everybody is doing. It means you must check what sells. You must check what is the best beats that you can rap on. You must do the work. Like by the virtue of having that specific vision of this is what I want to create, trust me, you will slowly become that specific thing. So there are two ways of manifesting. One is the like we call it the I'll remember the term, né? But is it like is the normal way of saying this is what I want, this is what I want to create, and I'm becoming that person, and then you do that. And then there's another one called they call the quantum way of manifesting. So the quantum way of manifesting, it is that of first seeing yourself in the end of how you are or who you are, and then what happens now, you work it backwards. So meaning you first become in your mind, you first become uh, like in spirit, you become first, and then after that, then you work on the physical world too. So, so you work it backwards. You know, like you're not working it like they call it like the Euclidean way of manifestation. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. So it's like you are doing things step by step. Okay, I'm here, I'm doing this, but you didn't yet first see yourself as that. But the quantum way, you first see yourself as that, and what happens now is that you're waking it backwards now. It's like I'm already this. Now is the matter of making it happen. But you've already like seen yourself like in that light before. So I love like one of the things I love about the normal prayer, our Father who art in heaven. It's where they say that may your may your be done on earth as it has been done, or as it is in heaven. They're not saying as it will be in heaven. No, no, no. It already is. But we want to see it happen where? Here on earth. So in other words, then everything is conceived in the spirit first. So in other words, then in the heavens already confirmed that the heavens, like from the perspective of the heavens, you already are, and it's done. So that's the one I'm talking about, the quantum one I'm talking about. In the heavens, you already are, and now your job is to actually ensure that you are in alignment with what the heavens have already confirmed.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Yep.
And mine is around the idea of destiny, right? Because when you're speaking manifestation, you're speaking vision. The question of destiny must arise somehow, as to say, are we destined for a certain, do you have a destiny as Mike, right? Do I have a destiny as Lusani? Are we predestined to go somewhere, to a particular place that no matter what you're trying to, because then it's sort of like, it's a tug and pull with the whole manifestation concept. Because if you have a destiny, then no matter what you do, you're sort of going to end up there, right? But if you are the creator of your own destiny, right, then you determine the end. And it obviously this arises because of me being a Christian. You think there's God, he's got a destiny for me, right? And now when I say I need to be the creator of my own destiny, is there not a chance that I might be in conflict with the destiny? Because at the end of the day, you made the reference of let his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Yes, it's spiritual, but is it his will or my will? That's sort of like
That's always a difficult one, Lusani, and that's a very difficult question. And then I'll tell you why I'm saying it's a difficult question. It's a difficult question in a sense that ideally, our view of what our destiny is versus what his will is for our destiny, or God's will is on our destiny. Ideally, those things, they should be identical. Ideally. By ideally, I mean that when we are one with source, then we come up as people who always manifest what the source influences us to manifest. So my thing to you, it is that I don't think there's a predestined destiny per se, in a sense that you don't have anything to do with it. There's nothing you can do. It's been written down. It's done. I don't think so, because of that violates the whole free will. And then I don't think that's how he functions. That's why he lets us to do things in our own accord. And then to add on to that, Lusani, is to say that there's a reason why you are a black Venda man in South Africa, not a Caucasian European guy who lives in Czechoslovakia. So in other words, then you are being put in certain spaces so that you can manifest a specific ideal or a specific will or a specific destiny. Because of had like the reason why you are here, it's so that there are certain things that have been preset to push you to actually do some things or to be inspired to do certain things. There's certain seeds that we have. Like I spoke about a seed. So not all of us have the same seed. And then there's a reason for that. There's a reason why you gravitate towards certain things. Tyrell might gravitate towards certain things. I might gravitate towards certain things. So then SL is because of all of us have the seed that is in alignment with whatever destiny it is that we are called to actually attain in our lives. So there is a seed that we all have, and then that seed is the one that actually pushes us to manifest like a specific destiny. So, like I was saying, that there's a reason why you are the way you are. There's a reason why you are born in the family that you're born in. There's a reason why you have certain shortcomings that you have. There's a reason why you certain things were used and some don't. It's because of there is a seed that is in relation to what you are called to do. And then that seed knows very well that the conditions that you are predisposed to, not by your own choosing, they are the precursors to leading you to the person that you want to be, or to leading you to manifesting the vision or the destiny that you want to manifest. I hope that answered you, but that's a very tough question.
Yeah, no, that was a good answer.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lusani. Do you have another question? Are you good? Okay, cool. So, guys, now I'm gonna close now. So the last point that I wanted to make, remember, we are talking about the keys to manifestation or the art of manifestation. And the last point that I wanted to make when it comes to the keys of manifestation, it is that we need to build, or we need to have, we need to let go. Sorry, we need to let go of resistance and all the limiting beliefs, all the things that are resisting us, the innate beliefs that we have that are resisting us or stopping us from attaining the things that we want to attain. We need to let go of those things, because of there is a voice that says that no, this is not going to happen. There's a voice that says that I remember I was talking to Tyrell this other time. We're talking about, Ish, what if this thing's not going to happen? And I asked him, I said, what if it will? What if it will happen? So it's that thing of doubting your doubts. So we need to make sure that we inculcate this spirit of doubting our doubts. Up, so on and so forth, certain limitations that like impose themselves on us to an extent. But now we are at the point whereby we are with these things that are actually limiting us, and we need to do something about them. Who told you that you can't be a multimillionaire? Who told you that your business can't cover can't be in all continents? Who told you that? How sure are you that is true? The very thing that you think is not going to happen, how sure are you about that? And I think that's what people need to do. If you say that I can't, no, I can't sing, I can't be like a Kendrick Lamar and then be as famous as him, how sure are you? How sure are you? How sure are you that, how sure am I that High Performance as a show will be in all the continents, will be all over the world? I will sometimes be sitting next to like a Barack Obama or Donald Trump, if you're a Donald Trump person, and then talking to him. How sure are you that things not gonna happen? So we need to really get to the point where we doubt our doubts. If this thing's not working for me, then drop it. Simple as that. Someone will be like, I have this belief whereby I don't trust myself. I'm like, okay, you thinking like that, is it working for you? No, it's not. Drop it. This bag that you're carrying, is it actually helping you in any way? Is it useful? No, it's not. But my trauma. Drop it. You have established that you don't need it. Sometimes you just drop it. I like what Phil Knight did with Nike, where he says, just do it. Just drop it. So I want to encourage you guys, please, when it comes to manifesting things, you have to know that there are certain things that are there that you did not choose. You were born in a particular family that has a certain that belongs to a certain LSM, meaning you like the earning bracket or of whatever the case might be. You might be born in a poor family. It happens. I, for one, I was never born in like with a silver spoon in my mouth. Far from it. Far from it. But however, that was my condition. I was born in this family that was making this much. My mom never earned more than 3,000 rand in her life ever. But she used to work in like she used to clean at banks, like in banks. She used to work, clean for this like one of the big banks in like in the country. And then I happened to be a leader in some of these banks that she used to clean. That should tell you something. Whereby I would have like a staff of people reporting to me, and I'm like, these people are reporting to me. They were once in my mom's place who was cleaning these places. She used to clean here, but here I am leading like some of the places that she used to clean at. So that should tell you something. To say that we have these things, they are limiting us. They are telling us that like we come from these demographics. But I'm like, okay, cool. It's fine. I can feel sorry for myself. I can say, God, why me? Why me? Why me? But the question is it useful? It's not useful. Drop it. Simple as that. If it's not working for you, it's wada. Drop it. I hope there's a translator, like here. But it's wada. So, but thank you so much, ladies and gents. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the time that I had with you guys. I had fun. I had like challenging questions, which actually added so much like some sauce to what we were doing, and then which was quite beautiful. And then don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We love being here with you. And then I hope this was worthwhile for someone. This is me, MT Tawani, signing out from High Performance. Cheers.